5 years ago. The rain poured down as 15-year-old Hara stood in front of the massive Volkov mansion, her small suitcase clutched in her trembling hands. Her mother, Diana, squeezed her shoulder. "It's going to be fine, sweetheart. Mr. Volkov is a good man. We're going to be happy here." Hara wasn't so sure. Her real father had died 2 years ago, and now her mother was marrying this stranger, a wealthy businessman she'd met at some charity event. The door opened. A tall, stern-looking man in his 50s stood there, Viktor Volkov, her soon-to-be stepfather. "Welcome," he said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Come in. My son is in his room. Hami, come down and meet your new family." Hara heard heavy footsteps on the stairs. Then she saw him. Hami Volkov. 23 years old. Tall, muscular, covered in tattoos that peeked from under his black shirt. Dark hair, darker eyes, a scar across his left eyebrow. He looked at them, at her mother, with pure hatred. "So this is the whore who destroyed our family," Hami said coldly. "Hami," Viktor shouted, "apologize right now." But Hami's eyes had shifted to Hara. For just a moment, something flickered there. Surprise, recognition. Then it was gone, replaced by cold indifference. "Welcome to hell," he said to Hara, then turned and walked away. That was the first time Hara met her stepbrother. It wouldn't be the last time. He made her heart race with fear. Present day. 20-year-old Hara had learned to survive in the Volkov household. She kept her head down, focused on her psychology degree, and avoided Hami at all costs. Which was easy, considering he avoided her too. In 5 years, they'd barely spoken. He'd leave a room when she entered. He'd eat dinner in his office. He'd come home late and leave early. Her mother said he was busy with business. Hara knew better. Hami Volkov wasn't just a businessman. He was the head of the most powerful mafia family in the city. Everyone knew it. No one talked about it. Especially not after what happened to the last person who crossed him. But lately, things had changed. Hara felt eyes on her, constantly. She'd turn around and catch Hami staring at her before he'd look away. She'd come home and smell his cologne in her room like he'd been there. She'd find her things moved, rearranged. It was driving her insane. "So you're coming to the party tonight, right?" her best friend Maya asked as they left class. "I don't know." "Come on, you never go out. It's Friday night, you're 20 years old, live a little." Hara sighed. Fine, but just for an hour. She didn't notice the black Mercedes following them. Didn't notice the man behind the tinted windows, jaw clenched, watching her laugh with her friends. Hami gripped the steering wheel until his knuckles turned white. He'd tried. God, he'd tried to stay away from her. 5 years of cold showers and bloody knuckles from punching walls. 5 years of pretending she didn't exist. But he couldn't do it anymore. Not after last week when he'd seen her in the kitchen, laughing on the phone with some boy. Not after he'd hacked her phone and read their messages. Sweet, innocent messages that made him want to kill someone. She was his. She'd always been his. Since the moment she walked into his house with those big eyes and innocent smile. And tonight, he was done pretending otherwise. The party was packed. Music pounded. People danced. Hara nursed a drink, feeling out of place in her simple dress while everyone else looked like they belonged in a nightclub. "Hara." She turned. Ryan, the boy from her psychology class, stood there with a smile. "Hey, I didn't know you'd be here," he said, moving closer. They talked, laughed, he brought her another drink, then another. Hara started feeling dizzy. The room spun. "You okay?" Ryan asked, his hand on her waist. Too familiar, too close. I don't feel good." "Let me take you upstairs. You can lie down." Warning bells rang in her foggy mind. "No, I should go home." "Just for a minute, come on." He started leading her toward the stairs. Hara's legs wouldn't cooperate. What was happening? Had he put something in her drink? Then Ryan was ripped away from her. Hara blinked, trying to focus. Hami stood there, and she'd never seen such rage on a human face. His hand was wrapped around Ryan's throat, lifting him off the ground. "Did you drug her?" Hami's voice was deadly quiet. I don't. Hami's fist connected with Ryan's face. Once, twice, 3 times, blood sprayed. Hami, stop. Hira tried to move toward them but stumbled. Hami dropped Ryan's unconscious body and was at her side instantly, catching her before she fell. How much did you drink? He demanded. Just 2 drinks, but I feel. Fuck, Hami scooped her up in his arms. I'm taking you home. Put me down. Shut up, Hara. For once in your life, just shut up and let me take care of you. The ride home was a blur. Hara drifted in and out, vaguely aware of Hami carrying her upstairs, laying her on a bed, his bed, removing her shoes. Stay away from that boy, he growled. Stay away from all of them. You can't tell me what to do, she mumbled. I can and I will. You're mine, Hara. You've always been mine. Then darkness took her. Hara woke up with a pounding headache in an unfamiliar room. Black sheets, masculine furniture, the smell of expensive cologne. Hami's room. She sat up quickly, too quickly, and groaned. The door opened. Hami walked in with a glass of water and pills. Drink, he commanded. She obeyed, her hands shaking. What happened? You mean besides you being an idiot and accepting drinks from a boy who was trying to drug and rape you? Her blood ran cold. Ryan wouldn't. Ryan is currently in the hospital with a broken jaw, shattered nose, and 3 fractured ribs. He'll live, unfortunately. Hami, you can't just. Can't what? He moved closer, and she saw the darkness in his eyes. Can't protect what's mine, can't destroy anyone who tries to touch you. I'm not yours. Yes, you are. Each word was punctuated by him moving closer until he was standing over her. You became mine the day you walked into this house, and I'm done pretending otherwise. You're my stepbrother. I don't give a fuck. His hand grabbed her chin, forcing her to look at him. You think I haven't tried to stay away? You think I haven't spent 5 years hating myself for wanting you? Then let me go. Never. His thumb traced her bottom lip. I'd rather burn this world down than let you go. Hara's heart raced. She should be terrified, should be running. So why did part of her want to lean into his touch? This is wrong, she whispered. I know, his forehead pressed against hers. But I don't care anymore. I'm done fighting this, done fighting you. Hami. The door burst open. Victor stood there, his face red with rage. What the hell is going on here? He demanded. Hami, step away from her right now. Hami didn't move. Get out, Dad. She's your sister. She's not my sister, Hami roared. She's the daughter of the woman you cheated on Mom with, the woman you replaced Mom with before her body was even cold. The words hung in the air like poison. Hara felt sick. What? Victor's face went pale. Hami, that's not. Not true, Hami laughed bitterly. I have the private investigator's report, Dad. You were fucking Diana for 6 months before Mom died. You want to tell Hara how her precious mother was your mistress. Hara looked at her stepfather, then at Hami, her world crumbling. You're lying, she whispered. Am I? Hami pulled out his phone, showed her photos, her mother and Victor, dated months before his wife died. Intimate photos, hotel receipts. Tears streamed down Hara's face. Hara, let me explain, Victor started. Get out, Hara said quietly. Hara. Get out, she screamed. Victor left and Hara collapsed, sobbing. Hami caught her, pulled her against his chest. I hate you, she cried into his shirt. I hate you for showing me this. I know, his hand stroked her hair. Hate me, blame me, but now you know the truth. Your mother is as much a home wrecker as my father is a cheater. We're both victims of their selfishness. Why didn't you tell me before? Because you loved her, and he stopped himself. You what? I couldn't bear to see you hurt. His voice was rough. Even though I hated you, I couldn't stand the thought of you in pain. Hara pulled back to look at him. You don't hate me. No, his hand cupped her face. I wish I did. It would be so much easier. What do you feel? Everything. His eyes burned into hers. Anger, want, need, obsession. I feel everything for you and it's destroying me. Hami. He kissed her. It wasn't gentle. It was desperate, hungry, 5 years of pent-up desire exploding. Hara should have pushed him away. Instead, she kissed him back. Her hands fisted in his shirt. His hands tangled in her hair. They broke apart, both breathing hard. This is insane, Hara whispered. I know. We can't. I know. But she looked into his eyes. I can't stop thinking about you either. Something broke in Hami's expression. Say that again. I think about you, all the time. I hate that I do, but I can't help it. He kissed her again, softer this time. Run, Hara, run far away from me, because if you stay, I'll never let you go. Hara knew she should listen, should pack her bags and leave. But she didn't. Instead, she whispered, then don't let go. The next morning, Hara woke up in Hami's arms. They were both still clothed. He'd held her while she cried herself to sleep, but the intimacy of it terrified her. I need to talk to my mother, she said quietly. I'll come with you. No, I need to do this alone. Hami's jaw clenched, but he nodded. If you're not back in an hour, I'm coming to find you. Hara found her mother in the garden, sipping coffee like her entire world hadn't just exploded. Hara, sweetheart. Is it true? Hara demanded. Were you having an affair with Victor while his wife was alive? Diana's face crumbled. Who told you? Answer the question. Silence, then yes. Hara felt her heart shatter. How could you? I loved him, I love him still. His wife was cold, distant. So that makes it okay. Hara's voice rose. You cheated with a married man, you destroyed a family. Hami's mother was already sick. That makes it worse, Hara was screaming now. You preyed on a grieving man, and then you dragged me into this mess. Hara, please. Did you know Hami hates us? Did you know what you put him through? Diana's face hardened. Hami is a grown man who runs a criminal empire. I'm not going to cry over his hurt feelings. No, you're just going to destroy families and play the victim. Hara turned to leave. Where are you going? Away from you. I can't even look at you right now. She ran, not back to the house but to the street. She needed air, space, distance from all of this. She didn't see the black SUV until it was too late. Men in masks grabbed her, threw a bag over her head, shoved her into the vehicle. Hara screamed, fought, but there were too many of them. The last thing she heard before something hit her head was, Volkov's gonna pay for what he did to our boss. Then darkness. Hami was in a meeting when his phone rang. Unknown number. What? He snapped. We have your sister. His blood ran cold. Who the fuck is this? Dmitri Petrov, remember me? You killed my father last month. The Petrov family. A rival gang Hami had decimated after they tried to move in on his territory. If you touch her... Too late. She's already got a pretty bruise on her face. Wanna see? A photo came through. Hara, tied to a chair, blood on her temple, fear in her eyes. Hami's vision went red. What do you want? You, your territory, your life. Bring yourself to the old warehouse on 5th Street. Alone, or we start cutting off her fingers. The line went dead. Hami didn't hesitate. He grabbed his gun, his knife, and headed for the door. His second-in-command, Marcus, stopped him. Boss, it's a trap. They'll kill you both. Then they'll kill me trying. Hami's voice was ice. Get the men ready. I'm going in first. Give me 10 minutes, then storm the place. Boss. That's an order. Hara's head throbbed. She was tied to a chair in a warehouse that smelled like oil and blood. 5 men surrounded her, all armed. Your brother's going to come for you, one of them, Dmitri, said with a cruel smile. And when he does, we're going to kill him in front of you. Then we're going to kill you, slowly. He's not my brother, Hara said, her voice shaking. Stepbrother, whatever. The point is, Volkov cares about you, and that makes you useful. The warehouse door exploded open. Hami stood there alone, hands raised. I'm here, let her go. Dimitri laughed. You really think it's that simple? I'll trade my life for hers. We're taking both. Hami's eyes met Hara's across the room. She saw the apology there, the love, the fear. Then all hell broke loose. Hami moved like lightning. He pulled his gun and shot 2 men before they could react. Dimitri dove for cover, firing back. Hara screamed as bullets flew. Hami took a bullet to the shoulder but didn't stop. He fought like a demon, like a man with nothing to lose. He snapped one man's neck, gutted another with his knife. Then Marcus and Hami's men burst through the doors, guns blazing. The fight was brutal and bloody. When the smoke cleared, all of the Petrov men were dead. Hami stumbled to Hara, blood pouring from his shoulder, and cut her free. Are you hurt? He demanded, checking her over even as he bled. You're shot. Answer the question. I'm fine, but you need a hospital. I need to get you out of here. He lifted her into his arms despite his injury. Hami, you're bleeding too much. I don't care. I need to know you're safe. Marcus drove them to their private doctor, someone used to treating gunshot wounds without asking questions. Hara held pressure on Hami's wound the entire way, crying. Don't you dare die on me, she sobbed. Don't you dare. I'm not going anywhere, baby. His hand found hers. I told you, I'm never letting you go. At the doctor's office, they removed the bullet. Hami refused anesthesia, gritting his teeth through the pain. The whole time, he held Hara's hand. When it was over, when he was stitched up and bandaged, he pulled her into his lap despite the doctor's protests. Never again, he growled into her hair. Never again will I let anyone hurt you. You could have died. And I would have, 1,000 times over if it meant saving you. Hara pulled back to look at him. Why? Because I love you. The words came out raw, honest. I've loved you since the day you walked into my house, and I'll love you until the day I die. Tears streamed down her face. This is crazy. I know. We're step-siblings. Not by blood, not by choice, just by our parents' mistakes. Everyone will judge us. Let them. He cupped her face with his good hand. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. I only care about you. I'm scared, she whispered. So am I, but I'm more scared of losing you. He pressed his forehead to hers. Tell me you feel it too. Tell me I'm not insane. You are insane, she laughed through her tears. We both are. That's not an answer. Hara took a shaky breath. I love you too. God help me, I love you too. Hami kissed her like a drowning man finding air. Desperate, claiming complete. When they broke apart, he whispered, You're mine now, say it. I'm yours. Forever. Forever. 2 weeks later. The confrontation with their parents was inevitable. Hara and Hami sat on one side of Victor's office. Victor and Diana sat on the other, both looking furious. This is disgusting, Diana spat. You're siblings. We're not siblings, Hami interrupted. We share no blood. We're just 2 people forced to live together because you 2 couldn't keep it in your pants. Victor's face reddened. Watch your mouth. Or what? You'll lecture me on morality. You, who cheated on my dying mother, who brought your mistress into our home before Mom's grave was even filled. Hami, Victor started. No, you don't get to speak. Hami stood, pulling Hara up with him. Here's what's going to happen. Hara and I are together, we love each other, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll cut you out of the will, Victor threatened. I don't need your money. I built my own empire. I'll make sure Hara never gets a cent. I don't want your money, Hara said quietly, finding her voice. I don't want anything from either of you except to be left alone. Diana's face crumbled. Hara, please. You lied to me my entire life, Mom. You destroyed a family and expected me to smile and play along. Well, I'm done. Hami is the only honest thing in this house of lies. You're making a mistake, Diana tried. Maybe. Hara looked up at Hami, seeing the love and devotion in his eyes. But it's my mistake to make. Hami squeezed her hand. We're moving out, today. Don't try to contact us. Don't try to interfere. If you do, I'll make sure every dirty secret you both have becomes public knowledge. Victor and Diana could only watch as Hami and Hara walked out of the office, out of the house, and into their new life. Together. 6 months later, Hara woke up in Hami's penthouse, wrapped in his arms. Sunlight streamed through the windows overlooking the city. "Morning, baby," Hami's rough voice rumbled against her ear. "Morning." She turned in his embrace, pressing a kiss to his jaw. The past 6 months had been intense. Hami had been teaching her about his business, the legal and illegal parts. She'd finished her degree and was working at a psychology clinic, helping victims of violence. They'd cut all contact with Victor and Diana. It hurt, but it was necessary. And they'd built something real, something beautiful in the darkness. "What are you thinking about?" Hami asked, his hand stroking her back under his shirt she'd stolen to sleep in. "How crazy this is. 6 months ago I was terrified of you. Now I can't imagine life without you." "Good." He rolled her onto her back, settling between her legs. "Because I'm never letting you go." "Promise." "Promise." He kissed her slowly, deeply, his hands sliding up her thighs. "Hami," she gasped as his lips found her neck. "Tell me you love me," he demanded between kisses. "I love you." Again. "I love you, Hami Volkov." "Mine," he growled, claiming her mouth again. "Yours," she agreed. "Always yours." As they lost themselves in each other, the city waking up below them, both knew the truth. Their love was born from darkness, forged in fire, and condemned by society. But it was theirs. And that was all that mattered. Later, as they lay tangled together, Hara traced the scar on Hami's shoulder, the one from the bullet he'd taken for her. "What are you thinking?" he asked. "That we've been through hell to be together. And I'd do it all again, every painful moment, just to end up here with you." Hami's arm tightened around her. "I spent 5 years fighting this, 5 years hating myself for wanting you, 5 years convinced I was a monster." "You are a monster," she said softly, "but you're my monster." He laughed, the sound rumbling through his chest. "Only you could make that sound like a compliment." "It is one, because your darkness doesn't scare me anymore. I see the man underneath, the one who'd burn the world down to keep me safe." "Always," he kissed the top of her head. "I'd destroy anything and anyone who tried to take you from me." "I know, and that's exactly why I love you." They lay there in comfortable silence until Hara's phone buzzed. A message from her mother. "Please, Hara, can we talk? I miss my daughter." Hara showed Hami the message. "What should I do?" "What do you want to do?" "I don't know. Part of me misses her, but I can't forgive what she did." "Then don't." Hami's hand found hers. "Not yet, maybe not ever. You don't owe her forgiveness just because she's your mother." "She'll keep." "Let her. We have each other, that's all we need." Hara deleted the message and turned off her phone. "You're right, we're all we need." "Damn right," he pulled her closer. "You and me against the world, baby." "You and me against the world," she agreed. And in that moment, wrapped in the arms of the man everyone said she shouldn't love, Hara had never felt more at peace. Their love was forbidden, twisted, and born from the ashes of 2 broken families. But it was real. It was theirs. And it was forever. The end. In a world that told them their love was wrong, they chose each other anyway. In the darkness of their family's sins, they found light in each other. And in the forbidden nature of their relationship, they found the most honest, raw, real love either had ever known. Some loves are written in the stars. Theirs was written in fire and blood and broken rules, but it burned brighter than any conventional love ever could.